So, good morning, students. It's me, Dr. Sujata Varvi, going to explain you family Solanaceae. So, I think in a theory, you have learned Solanaceae family by Dr. Shikant Sutar, but again, it's my turn to explain you this family as this is the practical for you. So, let's begin with this example. So, particularly Solanaceae family is known by potato family because it is the best example to remember this family, but as potato is not having that much flower, we can say, to study. So whatever the feasible material with us, that material we are taking to study this family Solanaceae. So here we are having the material, that is, this is the example, Dhatura stramonium. So this is in a local language it is called as dhotra flower. So this is a very small perennial herb which is there, and you have to study this plant under this family Solanaceae. So student, please do remember why this Solanaceae family is categorized, uh, means why this family is so, and what are the key characteristics of this family. So with the help of this particular example, we are going to study this practical. So we will study one by one the morphological characters of this given flowering twig. So here it's very difficult to study this family practical through online mode because each and every part we are observing and then we are writing those morphological characters. But as this is the second wave of COVID-19, we are again studying these practicals in a online mode. So it's your duty also to study these practicals. So please listen this practical very carefully. So first morphological character, that is perennial herb. Okay. So why it is named as perennial and why it is named as herb? So first I will explain herb. Herb means what? The plant which are growing up to a few centimeter. So this particularly plant, Datura stramonium plant, it is growing up to 50 to 60, 50 to 60 to 150 centimeter in a height, and hence this is coming under category herb. There are three types of plants, that is herb, shrub, trees. Getting? So herb is very small plants growing up to a few centimeter. Now, what is perennial? Perennial means what? The plant which is growing for more than 2 years. So that is perennial. Again, here there are three terms: annual, biennial, perennial. So annual for 1 year, biennial for 2 years, and perennial for more than 2 years. The plant which are growing for more than 2 years, they are called as perennial herb. Next character, that is stem. Now again you have post practical, means how to describe particular family. So under that heading you have a particular botanical terms. So under that heading, from that particular botanical terms you have to choose particular terms over here. Getting? So in case of stem of this Dhatura stramonium, the first characteristic, it is herbaceous. Getting? So if it would be a your dicot plant, or I can say angiospermic plant, here the term would be a solid, we can say, or the term would be a not herbaceous. Getting? So first term in case of this particular Dhatura plant, as it is a herb, the first term comes, it's a herbaceous. Next term is aerial. Why it is aerial? Because it is present in the air, it is coming out of the soil, and it is a stem particularly present in the air. So its term is aerial. Now next term is erect. Why this term so? Because it is not prostrating throughout the soil, but it is growing up above the soil, and hence the term it as erect. Next term is cylindrical. As the stem is circular in fashion, there is no any edge present on the stem, hence the term is cylindrical. Next term is branched. It has the sub branches, hence stem is branched. And pubescent. Pubescent means hairy, hair like structures present on the plant, particularly stem as well as on the leaves. Next, leaf. Now, in case of leaf, see, what is the first characteristic? It is exstipulate. Okay. So for that, I want to show you this image. Okay. So see here, Okay, fine. See, now what is our term is X stipulate. Getting? So look at the base of the flower. At the base of the flower there is a stalk. We called it as petiole. Here now there is no any leafy appendages which is come to form a stipule like structure. So as there is no such a structure at the base of leaf, we are going to call it as X stipulate. Now, as the leaves are very simple, you have to call it as simple. Then it has its own petiole, hence your term is petiolate. Next is alternate or sub-opposite. First look at these characteristics, then I will show you the image. So all the leaves, they are present in an alternate fashion. If not, the another character it is sub-opposite. They are not totally opposite, it's somewhat up and below the presence of these leaves on the stem, hence the term is sub-opposite. Next, ovate, oval structure just like an egg. The ovate structure is present in case of leaf. Now entire means what? Right from the base to the apex it's present. So it's the term is entire. Now acute is the term for apex of that particular leaf. Acute, okay, pointed, uh, its pointed end of that particular leaf, hence it is the term acute. Next, pubescent, again see the term for stem also pubescent, here for leaf also term coming pubescent, means what? Hairs present on stem as well as on leaf. Now next is unicostate reticulate venation. So here again unicostate reticulate venation means what? Here from a single point all the veins they are coming out and reticulate unodes. Okay, somewhat network like structure veins are present, hence the unicosted reticulate venation. So see here, this is the pattern of arrangement of these leaves, whatever structure we are observing here only. In case of these leaves, see here, see my pointer. So here you are observing somewhat the margin in a such a fashion. Okay, see my pointer and see the structure of leaf. So here you are observing this structure, this pattern of the margin of a particular leaf. It is called as dentate margin. Okay, I have not explained this term in a previous. It is a dentate margin which is present on the leaf of Solanaceae, that is particularly the Datura leaf. And next of the term, they are here, see here, see my arrow here now, pointed end, that is acute apex you are observing. Each leaf has its own petiole, hence petiolate. Now next term, that is flower. Now see, for this flower, what is the first term? Ebracteate. Now see students, from this, here now from the flower you have morphological characters, and these morphological characters are very important. Flower character, inflorescence character starts from the flower. So here from this flower character, these characters are very important, as it's going to appear in your floral formula as well as in your floral diagram. So please do remember these characters, because you are going to write the floral formula as well as floral diagram. These things are again going to helps you in your TY as well as in your master's degree. So please do remember these botanical terms. So first character is ebracteate. Ebracteate means what? If the bract is absent. Now your question is, what is bract? Getting? So bract is nothing but what? A bract is a leaf-like appendage, a small leaf-like structure present at the base of pedicel. It is called as bracteate. Pedicel means what? Stalk of flower. Okay? Stalk of flower, that is nothing but pedicel. And if the leaf-like appendage, very small, not exact leaf, okay, very smaller leaf-like appendage, if it is present at the base, see my pointer. If the leaf-like appendage present at the base of this flower, at the base of this pedicel, then you have to call it as bract. But here no such bract is present, hence our term is ebracteate. Next is pedicellate. See here. See the pointer, very small pedicel is present, hence you have to call it as pedicellate flower. Yes, it has the pedicel. Then complete. Why the term is complete? Because all the four sex organs, all the four uh, floral whorls they are present, that is calyx, corolla, androscium, gynoecium. Hence the term is complete flower. Then next actinomorphic. Why this actinomorphic? Because in any plane you can have the two similar part, that is the term actinomorphic. In any plane you can cut the flower, you will get the similar part. So hence our term is actinomorphic. The opposite word for this actinomorphic is again zygomorphic, where in only a single plane you will get two exact similar parts. So here it is not a zygomorphic, here it is actinomorphic. In any plane you will get exact similar parts of that particular flower. Then next bisexual. Bisexual means what? Two. Bi is two. Two sex organs are present, that is androscium and gynoecium, hence the term bisexual. Next pentamerous. Now see here a Merer's condition. So Merer's condition is given to whom? To which part? So Merer's condition is given to particularly calyx and corolla. Okay. So particularly calyx, corolla, androscium. So here it is penta means 5. In a multiples of 5, your calyx, corolla and androscium would be present. And here it is, yes, it is present. And hence the condition is penta means 5. 5 petal, 5 calyx, 5 androscium. Hence multiples of 5. If it is present, then it is called as pentamerous. If only a 3 petal, 3 calyx and 3 androscium would be there, you have to call it as trimerous. If it is 4, you have to call it as tetramerous. But here in this datura, you have 5 multiples of 5, hence you have to call it as pentamerous condition. Now next term is hypogynous. Hypo, below, gynous, gynoecium, means from below the ovary, rest of the floral whorls they are coming out, hence your term is hypogynous. Getting? So these are the terms which is very important. And see students, if the term is hypogynous is coming, then ovary is compulsory superior. So please do remember this, because this is going to appear in your this. How many this thing? Ebracteate, complete, actinomorphic and hypogynous. All these four parts they are going to appear in your floral formula as well as in your floral diagram. So please concentrate on this structure. If you don't know this structure, then your floral formula and floral diagram will be means that will be a incomplete, or that will be a wrong. Now next term is calyx. Say, so in case of calyx, here what's your duties? You have to count the number of calyx, that is number of sepals. Then you have to see whether the calyx they are free or fused, that is the next thing, and estivation of it. Okay? So these three things you compulsory you have to count, you have to look into a particular floral whorl. So in case of calyx, now the individual member named as sepal. So here you have to count how many sepals are there. So in case of these datura, see here my pointer again. So here number 1, this is the 1, this is 2, this is second calyx, this is third, and rest of the 2 are behind it. Okay, it's not visible now, and it's unable to me to show all these 5 calyx to you. So just see here, we are observing 3 sepals and 2 are behind it. Okay, so likewise 5 sepals are there, and right from this base, see the pointer, right from the base to this, the calyx has made, or calyx is appear in a tube like structure. Getting? So all these calyx they are fused together, hence we called it as gamosepalous. Total 5 are there. If the particular sepal is free from one another, there is no any tube like structure, then our term would be a polysepalous. But in case of this, now the tube like structure is formed, hence you have to call it as gamo. Gamo means fused. Fused sepal structure. Getting? Now next is estivation. Which kind of estivation is present in case of this calyx? So student, please, I apologize for my mistake. Here is not a twisted. In case of calyx, the estivation is your volvate. I'm extremely sorry for my mistake here. So it's not a twisted. Please do remember the estivation of calyx of Datura is volvate, because the both the end of single sepal, please listen carefully, both the ends of single sepal, they are aligned on a same circle. None of the end of a sepal is overlapping or showing any overlapping structure. All the ends of all the 5 calyx, all the 5 sepal, they are aligned, they are present on a same circle, and hence the estivation is volvate estivation. And this calyx, it is persistent in fruit, means it is the calyx which remain even after the fruit formation. That type of calyx, it is called as persistent calyx. Now the next, corolla, characteristic of corolla. Now see how many petals are there. You can calculate the number of petals. So total petals are here is 5. Okay. So 5. Here see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Only for seeing this estivation I have taken another this image. Okay, for twisted estivation. But see here, this first image is of Datura. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So total petals are 5. Yes, again it is formed the tube like structure. So compulsory they are fused. So here next condition is gamopetalis condition. The next estivation, your clear cut, here it is twisted. Twisted estivation means what? It is one end is inside, one end is outside. So one end of one sepal is overlapped by second petal, and it is overlapping in previous petal. So likewise structure, one end is inside, one end is outside. So like this in out structure of each of these petal is present, and hence the estivation is twisted estivation, and the type of corolla is infundibuliform. So infundibuliform is nothing but what? Your funnel like structure. Funnel everyone knows. Okay, in our practical we are using this funnel. So funnel like structure of this corolla is present, and hence the shape of this corolla, particularly it is infundibuliform, and the color is white. So please remember 5, gamosepalous and twisted. These 3 again going to appear in your floral diagram. Next character, Androscium. So how many Androscium, how many stamens they are present, you have to explain over here. You have to learn over here. Now, so student, I will give you one trick. One trick, that is nothing but what? In case of Solanaceae family, you have to remember 5 cube 2. Getting? So what is this 5 cube 2? 5 cube. Okay, cube is nothing but what? Calyx, corolla and androscium. Cube 3, 5, cube 2. So cube is nothing but your calyx, corolla and androscium. Now 5. Come to the 5. So 5 nothing but what? They are in 5 in number. 5 cube. Okay, and 2 is nothing but what? Gynoecium is 2. So likewise you have to remember the floral formula of this Datura plant. Okay, 5 cube 2. So all the members are 5 in number, and gynoecium is 2. Carpel is 2. Now, so here stamens. See now, student, again one more trick. In if your flower is in gamopetalous condition, compulsory stamens, they are located inside. Okay, they compulsory located within that particular flower. If the flower is okay, polypetalous in condition, that time the stamens are coming out. Okay, if the petal is forming a tube like structure, compulsory the stamens they are present within or inside that particular flower. So whether it may be uh, independent, I can say that are not attached to petal, or if it is attached to petal. So it again depend on this species to species, okay, how they are present within that particular flower. So in case of this datura, stamens, see here, we will count now. See this right hand side image here, clear cut. This is stamen number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So likewise 5 are there. Here you can see this is the microscopic picture where you will get this 1, 2, 3. Here it is 4 and 5. So likewise 5 stamens are there and they are attached. See, are you observing these two? So these two from the base they are not separated out. Okay. From half of this filament is only coming out. The rest of these right from the base to this half, it is attached to that corolla tube. Okay. So if it is attached to the corolla tube, it is called as what? Epipetalous. Okay. The term is what? Epipetalous. If stamens they are attached to whom? To the petal, hence epipetalous. Then anther dithecus. Okay, means what? They are having two lobes. Okay, when anthers are having two lobes, it is called as di. If it is only present one, then you have to call it as monothecus. So here in this datura, it is dithecus, two lobes are present. And basifixed means what? Filament is attached only to its base. Okay, if the filament is attached to the base of this anthers, then it is called as basifixed. Intrors means what? These anthers, they are present towards, or they are located, their face is towards the center and the dehiscence of the pollen grain is towards the center, not towards the periphery. So hence this term is intrors condition. So how many are stamens? 5. Then epipetalous, dithecus, basifixed and intrors. Okay. See, all these things means dithecus condition is very important. Intrors condition is important because again these things it is coming in your floral formula, floral diagram. Okay. So please do remember. Now the next term is inner floral wall, that is gynoecium. Now here now see, gynoecium is bicarpellary. Two carpels are there. Hence even if we are looking here one, it is two because it is fused. Okay, see the second term, our syn. Syn means fused. Syncarpus. These two are fused together and hence we are going to appear one. See my cursor here in the ovary. So it is syncarpus, ovary superior in case of flower. Do remember, do recall yourself. I have explained you hypogynous. So when the flower is hypogynous, now here ovary is superior. Okay? Correct? Now bilocular at the beginning. Now see, this is very important characteristic of this Solanaceae particularly family. Okay? So bilocular at the beginning and seems tetralocular on maturity due to the septum. Okay? Now see here, bilocular. See my cursor. Okay? So at first this is the septum which is formed and hence you are going to observe only two carpels. Okay? So hence bicarpellary. But at the maturity, this is, see my again the cursor, this is the false septum which is going to form and hence the ovary is going to appear in a four chambered like structure. Okay, four locule like structure and hence you are going to see tetralocular structure, but actually it is what? It is due to false septum which is formed. Okay? Due to false septum, the ovary going to appear in a four locular stage, but it is not a four, basically it is only a two. Now next character, see, ovary obliquely placed. See my cursor again. So here somewhat slanting line you have learned since your childhood. Okay, what is slanting line? So here it is slanting line or it is obliquely placed. Okay, see my cursor in rest of these families, in rest of these particularly ovaries, this line is a straight. Okay, it's not a slanting. But here in case of Datura, this septum is in a slanting or in a obliquely manner, obliquely placed. Okay? And hence it is called as what? Resupination. Ovals many per locule. Yes, ovals are many. They are showing you axial placentation, and placenta is highly swollen. See here in the middle. See the cursor. Here it is actually, it's a swollen, and styles is very long, and stigma is dome shaped. Next character is septifraggle capsule, fruit character. Now, why it is called as septifraggle capsule? So, let me explain you first what is capsule, then I will explain you septifraggle. So, capsule is nothing but what? There are three terms of adjacence of the fruits. So, first term is legume, then follicle, and then your capsule. Okay. So, in case of this legume, you have seen peas, getting pea pod. So in case, suppose you have opening those pea pod, what you are observing? It's going to open from both the sutures. Suture means a dehiscing line. So if you are opening that pea pod, you are going to open that seed in a two lines. Getting? So that means what? That is a legume fruit. In case of follicle, the fruit is going to open only in a one single dehiscing line. Only one suture is present, and the best example for that is calotropis. So calotropis, in case of calotropis, only one suture is present. That is a follicle. If two, it is a legume, and more than two sutures if it is present, then type of fruit is capsule. Okay. Now here you can see my cursor. This is the first dehiscing line, that is first suture, suture, suture. Then second, here second suture, then it is third, and next it is fourth. So likewise four sutures are present, and hence your fruit type is capsule. Getting? Now why it is said to be septifraggle? Now septifraggle means what? See here in the image. Septifraggle, through the septum the fruit is going to open, leaving seeds to the placenta or seeds to the central axis. Okay, what is the meaning? It's going to open through septum or through septa, leaving the seeds in the center. So the term prefix it came septifraggle. So here septifraggle capsule type of fruit is present in Datura plant. Understood? So I have explained all the morphological character right from the habit till the fruit. So all our explanation of habit till fruit is done. Now it's our duty to see or to write floral formula and then floral diagram. Next. So next is floral formula. Now see here, we don't have bract structure. So hence we have written EBR. Okay, E bracteate. E bracteate term symbol is EBR. Now see next. See the cursor over here. So here it is actinomorphic. Why actinomorphic? I have explained you. The next term is bisexual. Two sex organs are present. So hence bisexual. Then K. K is the symbol given for calyx. Okay. Now see here I have put this 5 cube. I have given the tricks. Hai. So 5 cube 2. So 5 cube means what? Calyx also 5, corolla also 5, androscium is also 5. So hence 5 cube 2. Gynoecium is 2. So here see calyx are 5 and I have put bracket to that 5 number. Okay. So why it is bracket? Because they are gamosepalous. Hence, you have to put this bracket. If the sepals would be free in condition, then there is no need to put this bracket. Okay, when we are applying bracket, if the sepals are in gamo condition, fused condition. Then next, corolla. Corolla again see, corolla 5. Again it is fused. Hai na? Gamopetalis. So we have to put bracket again. Now the next androscium. Here now again they are 5, but Androscium they are free. Okay, see Androscium is free. Okay, I have not put here the bracket because all the stamens they are free from one another, but yes, those stamens they are fused to whom? They are fused to this petal. So which condition? Epipetalous condition. So you have to make this upper arrow. See this upper arrow to why it is? Because it gives you epipetalous condition. Getting? Now the next is gynoecium. Okay, in every floral formula all these characters are there. Okay, every floral formula I am saying. So all these things should be there in your floral formula. Gynoeciums are 2. Okay, yes, it is going to give you tetralocular condition, but it is due to the false septum. So no need to write here 4. Basically there are 2, so you have to write only 2 number. And yes, hypogynous flower and superior ovary, hence our mark. Okay, this is the mark below the gynoecium. See my cursor. So likewise you have to write your floral formula. Next, last part, that is floral diagram. So again see, as per your floral formula you have to draw your floral diagram. Okay. So now see, I will explain this. See here I have numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So outermost layer it is of calyx. Outermost layer it is of calyx. Okay, so you have to make number 1 means you have to make a dot dot like circle and then you have to make it finalize. So here total 5 are there. So in a equal length you have to draw this calyx and see all these calyx are gamo. Okay, gamo structure, and hence see my cursor again, you have fused these two calyx. 2 sepals, you have fused these 2 sepals, and hence likewise you have made all these sepals in united condition. And all these, see as I have explained, it gives you volvate condition. None of the end of this sepal is overlapped. All these ends of all these sepals they are aligned in a same circle. So this gives you volvate aestivation. Please do remember student, in a floral formula aestivation doesn't appears, but yes, it is going to appear in your floral diagram. So aestivation is very important to draw the floral diagram. If you don't know the aestivation, then your floral diagram would come wrong. So please do remember the aestivation. Then next, inner floral whole, that is of corolla. Now again see why I am explaining this. This has the meaning. Okay. So see, in the junction of these two sepals, you have to make this petal. Okay. What I am saying, see my cursor, in the junction of these two sepals, you have to make this petal. Okay. So here again see, in the junction of these two you have to make another petal. Okay. So but in the preparation of this again petal you have to remember aestivation. So again petal gives you which aestivation? Twisted. And hence one end should be outside. See my cursor, another end is inside. This end is outside, this end is inside. Outside, inside, outside, inside. So likewise this is the twisted condition of these petals. So again I have joined these petals because it is gamo condition. This is gamo condition. Okay. Now the next character it is Androscium 5, but it is epipetalous. है ना? See my cursor. So hence as it is epipetalous you have to attach these stamens to these petals. So again at the junction of these two petals you have to draw this, because yes, actually they are present like this only. Okay, in the junction of two, one stamen is present. In the junction of again first and second, another stamen is present. So likewise at the junction of these petals you have to draw your 5 stamens, and here see I have given these 4 lobes है ना. Why it is so? Because this is diathecous and introverse condition, they face towards the center. Okay. So this introvert condition and biathecous is again clearly indicates from your diagram. Okay. If only monothecous would be there, I will draw only this bee like structure, only these 2 lobes instead of these 4. See my cursor. So instead of these 4, I would have drawn only a 2 lobes. If it is monothecous, now here it is dithecous or bithecous. Hence I have drawn here these 4 lobes, or I can say a bee like 2 times bee like structure facing towards the center in Trohr's condition. Okay. So likewise Androscium 5 they are attached to whom? They are attached to petal. Now the last part Gynoecium 2. Yes, as I have explained you, it is how it is obliquely placed. See again cursor. Okay. This is obliquely placed or this is in a slanting position. In rest of the plant, this septum is in a vertical position. See my arrow. That would be in a vertical position. But in this Datura plant, this septum is obliquely or ovary is obliquely placed. Okay? And hence you have to compulsory you have to draw such obliquely placed septum. And then at the maturity, see again my cursor, this false septum which I have made in a faint color. So this is a false septum which formed on it and which gives you a tetralocular ovary. Getting? So likewise this is the floral diagram of this Datura stramonium plant. And yes, this is the last part that is gives you a actinomorphic condition. In many of the other teachers they are giving here mother axis a rounded structure, but yes both the things are correct. If you are giving actinomorphic condition or a mother axis a dark spot, that is a mother axis means the axis on which you are going to cut the flower. Okay. So this is this thing. If here E bracteate, if bract would be there, then we are going to draw bract over here, but there is no need to draw bract because our condition is EBR, E bracteate. So there is, therefore I didn't draw here any bract like structure. So that's it. So this is the floral diagram. So I think I have explained all the terms very carefully, so that I'm sure that each one of you understood each term with their meanings. So even if you have any doubts regarding this family, please do mail me and please do ask me. This is the classification of this family. It is coming under angiosperm, class Dicotyledon. Then yes, petal is fused, hence gamopetally. Carpels are 2, then series is bicarpellity. Then polymonials because the leaves are exstipulate and flowers are actinomorphic. And why it is family Solanaceae? Because again the persistent calyx is present, leaves are exstipulate and alternate, subopposite, and plants are herbs in condition. So likewise this is the classification of this Datura stramonium. So rest of the examples are here I placed. So this is my email ID. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. Thank you. Thank you very much.